Shalom, shalom, Yashar Allah. Want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rahakadash, Paleo Hebrew tongues, correct as the Heavenly Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you, sister brothers living is true, and shalom to the brothers and sisters listening and studying to show themselves approved. Shalom. When it comes to you to talk to you about today is a movie I watched, another very spiritual movie. A lot of spiritual aspects is in it, and it's a movie called Pray that came out last week on Hulu. Now the movie Pray, it's called Pray, but it's a Predator movie, which is a franchise. I want to say started in 1987, the first Predator movie. Then they made a sequel with Danny Glover in 1990, Predator 2. And the first one it starred Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, if you're not familiar with Predator movies about an alien species that hunt humans or other, species that's supposed to be a threat. They pride themselves on the hunt, and they have a lot of technology. They're a very advanced species, and it's a very good franchise that I like. I like Predator movies. Ever since I watched that first one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, I've always been a fan of Predator movies. And now, since I'm in this truth, now I'm starting to see the significance of why I've always liked Predator movies, because the movie Predator really is talking about the 144,000, the hopeful elect, that are going to be turned into hunters from fishers of men. Because once we get those new bodies, we go up in those chairs, we come down, our job is to hunt Edomites in order to put them into slavery, and to also, if they won't go into slavery, go ahead and put them out of their misery. That's the job of the hunters, and that's something I've always been interested in, something I want to do, so that's why I put in the work. So I watched the latest Predator movie, and I gotta say, they knocked it out the park. I mean, they did a good job. I started not liking them because the newer Predator movies wasn't as good as the first one and the second one that they did in the late 80s and 90s. It started to get watered down and this bad writing, man. But Predator is very fascinating because, like I said, it's talking about the hopeful elect. And this new one they did, I think they went back to the roots, man. I really like that Predator movie Prey a whole lot. And the reason why I'm doing a movie review of it is because in the movie, they covered a lot of spiritual aspects. I don't know if Esau did that on purpose or he did it on accident, but they did it. Because in this latest Predator movie, which you can watch it on Hulu, it's on Hulu, it came out last week, and this Predator movie is highlighting the northern tribe, the tribe of Gad or Reuben, the northern tribe, Native American tribes. So the movie is set in the 1700s, and it's set when, Native Americans were ruling America. And the Predator is out there, and he's hunting, the people. And the movie, Naru, she's an Israelite woman, and the movie's highlighting her. Now, the movie's not perfect. It does have that feminism, women are strong. That type of whole theme is going throughout this whole movie, So you got to pick out the bad and, and see the spiritual aspects of it. Now, what's spiritual about it is that, what I liked about it is that it showed the Native Americans in all their glory. It showed the ingenuity of Jake, how they was making, the baskets, the weaves, how they was living in teepees, how they made axes. They was making one where they people got hurt, and they made a stretcher out of vines and sticks and stuff. It just shows the creativity and craftiness of Jake. And I'm we got to get back to that. Our people, man, they just show you Israel's glory. Man, we the shit. So for my French, but I mean, it really shows that in this movie. You man, my people, they really something. And then it shows also, they, it showed Jake in his glory. Then it showed Esau pop up on the scene, doing what he do, being the wicked. And the Predator, he get loose on Esau. So that was a very biblical aspect. Because I like dude made it rated R too. It's very graphic. The Predator shows up. Hey, it spurred Esau. It don't care, man. It get busy on Esau something serious. Because Esau, he trying to hunt it. He think it's a bear or something. So he trying to hunt the creature And they using, you know, the Native Americans as bait. So with that being said, let me go to my first preset, because I love Predator movies. And this one, hey, Yasharala, if you like Predator movies, watch this one. If you don't have Hulu, go somewhere, somebody got Hulu, your friends or something, and watch this one. You're going to like it. It was good from start to finish. Very, a lot of spiritual aspects are popping up in the movie. If you got spiritual eyes, and I'm going to cover some of those aspects as I give a review on the movie, and I'm gonna try. Now, I'm not gonna spoil it either. I'm gonna just say certain aspects of it, but it's a very good movie. Very good movie. I enjoyed it a lot, man. To me, it was like the old school ones. Like, I want to go on a limb and say, hey, this is my favorite Predator movie now. I liked it. Like, it was hard to, like, at first say it was better than the one in 1987 and the one in 1990 with Danny Glover, but as I really look at it, hey, this is my favorite Predator movie now, and I like them old ones. So check it, I'm gonna go get my first precept, because I'm not just saying this to be saying this. The Most High said he was gonna turn us into hunters, and we was gonna hunt out Esau. And in the movie, man, you'll see these predators got advanced technology. They can see in the dark, see tracks, track you by your blood. They got like plasma cannons. They got weaponry, a little thing that turn into a big old spear they could throw out. They got boomerangs. They got like homing devices on them. And man, they put them 3 dots on you, man. That's your butt right there. So very, very good, you know, movie, franchise. I love Predator. Now I'm saying why. And this is why right here. This is Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of every holes of the rocks. So right now we fishing. We on the highway ahead. We fishing for the hopeful elect. Now, Lord willing, we're part of that precious elect. You know, the 144,000. We're going to be turned into hunters. Then we're going to be hunting Esau. And they said we're going to hunt them from every what? Every mountain, every hill. Because they're going to be in these bunkers. The Most High is going to bless us with the power to open those bunkers up, pull them out, and put them on auction blocks and sell them to the other Israelites that remain. The numerous multitude, the hopeful elect. And if they refuse, then hey, they're going to get instant judgment. And that right there, that tells you that. And in that movie, when you watch Predator movies, the movie is all about the hunt. They hunt. Their whole culture is built around that. They hunt, they skin they prey. They always had a little skull, you know. They tall. They like 8-9 foot tall. You know, once we get them new bodies, we might be that big. You know, we're going to have a strength. Like I said, this is like showing the hunters on a low level. When we get that power, that spiritual power, man, we going to be, it's going to be something like out of this world. But this will give you this idea of the type of capabilities we're going to have once we, you know, connect with Yahweh Shai and return back to our full glory and full power. And I like watching how they hunt. Like I said, they got tracking devices. They got shoulder plasma cannons that blast way better than the gun. Like all the weaponry this Predator got is far superior than anything humans have. That's why the humans, when they in there like getting hunted by this Predator, they be like, what the heck is that? Oh, they got camo. They can cloak. They ain't there go invisible, so it's real hard to see them. And man, especially watch that 1987 movie, the first Predator, that mug good, man. It was taking out armed, you know, Secret Service soldiers in the jungle, taking them out. And then in the second one, it was taking out drug dealers. You know, dudes that showing, what was that? Benjamites, showing them in New York. The first Predator movie set in the jungle. The second Predator movie set in New York. And I just like how it showed how they would like be up, perched somewhere high, looking at the people. They don't even know it. Like on that second one, it would make like a little noose. There was some thin wire, and the people be walking, and they get caught up in that neck. He just swoop them up, and they be like, oh shoot, what happened? Where were you? You know, like a noose. That's part of something we gonna do to Esau. You know, he got a net. It can shoot a net, and when it hit you, you know what I'm saying? It's real sharp, and it just cuts you all up as it starts retracting itself. Man, very advanced weaponry, man. Very fascinating. I don't know about you women, but I know a lot of men that like the movie Predator. It's very graphic. It's an action movie. And it's like an action horror movie. And I like them. And this latest one was great. It showed all the weaponry. It had a shield. Man, the net. This one, he didn't have a plasma cannon, but he had like a thing where he was shooting like force arrows, and he was hitting people with. You know, like I said, as you can see in this trailer, got that red beam right above her. It's a red beam. It put them 3 dots on you. And the 3 dots on you, just launch that arrow at you. And I remember the main character, Naru, Native American woman, she had saved her brother. I remember she had seen it attack some of her tribesmen. And she seen that arrow, them 3 dots. She seen it attack a bear too, man. It took a bear out because they got wrist blades on their wrists. Hey, took that bear out, man, with his bare hands. Lad to lift it up. And that's what she seen. And she was trying to tell her village like there's something out there. And her village was thinking it was either a bear or a mountain lion. Nobody believed her until, like, you know, the middle of the movie when they seen it for themselves. Then her brother, so basically the backdrop of the movie, Naru, the Israelite woman. In this movie, which shows that feminism stuff, she has a skill. You know, her mother wants her to use medicine to heal. And what they use, the medicine to heal, they use the herbs in the ground, showing them mixing up herbs, crap and stuff. And her mother wanted to be like her. But she wanted to be like her brother and her father. They were great hunters. She wanted to be like them. She would practice with her arrow. She made a hatchet with a rope on it. So she always practicing her moves, you know, trying to be like a man. And her mother, you know, everybody in the village would disapprove of her. They like, you need to be a woman. And she like, I want to be a hunter. And then she was jealous of her brother. Her brother was a great hunter. You know, he was always going out in the field, getting the food. You know, he come back with the animal on his back. And their grandfather passed the torch to her brother, and he became the chief of the tribe. And everybody was rallying around her brother. And it showed that sibling rivalry. She was jealous of her brother because everybody looked up to her brother because he was such a mighty, great hunter. You know, so it showed that dynamic in there. Eve wanted to be like the man and not be in her role. And everybody not liking her and that, and talk about the woman can be strong. So it pumps that BS in there. But I like how it showed the sibling rivalry, kind of like Jacob and Esau, because she was jealous of her brother because of his skill set. He was a mighty hunter. He get the job done. Everybody in the village looked up to him. He was being what he was supposed to be. He was that man. And she didn't like that. She wanted to be him. So her brother didn't get along too good. You know, because she wanted his position. And that's like, I feel like that's modern day stuff right there. That shows you how feminism started about. It shows you that in the movie. She don't want to be a woman. She don't want to cook. She don't want to use medicine, which the medicine, that was her skill. She was great at that. Naru, the main character the movie was about, she saved a lot of people's lives in the movie based on her skill of using herbs. She was good at it. Even her mother said, it's like, why you don't just be a healer? We need healers. She's like, I want to be a hunter. I want to hunt. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be like you. You know, so, and I remember my mother was sending her out to go get the herbs to heal people. I want to say one time they got attacked by a mountain lion. One of their village dudes was hurt. And she showed up with the herbs, you know, and kept dude alive, man. She was a real great healer. And I like how the movie showed them always crushing up herbs with rocks and using knives and going out to get herbs, because that's also very biblical. Let's go get that. I like how they showed that aspect, man. Like, our people that like, I hate we lost that knowledge, man. It's coming back, but I'm looking at how where we used to be at with the herbs, man. Our people had the technology to heal you by any type of medicines out the herbs, man. They knew about all the herbs, the vegetation, how to grind them, what to mix it with, and to patch up. And she was doing some amazing things, man. Like, she made some type of herb that would like slow down your blood flow or make it where you don't bleed out like that. I don't know how true it is, you know, on how the movie showed, but in the movie show, she had that herb type of knowledge where she could mix stuff up so you wouldn't bleed out, so they can pack up your wound. So check it out. This is Sirach 38:4. The Lord had created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. So that movie showed our people using herbs for healing properties. You know, all kind of ailments until they got hurt. You know, Naru would show up. She got her herbal mix, and she would heal. Even like one of the Edomites had got hurt, and he put a gun in her head. And he was like, "Man, you a healer, heal me. Stop this." And you know, she helped dude out. I think he got his. They was trying to attack that predator. He got his foot lopped off. You know, his whole foot was gone. So he put a gun in her head, like, you know, heal me. And Let's say Esau done got us on chemical-based medicine that's no good. Straight chemical-based medicine. They surgery don't work. Esau really, his whole medical field is a joke. And the real healers are Yashar Allah. We had the real knowledge on medicine. And the real medicine comes, like the scripture that said, it comes from the earth. Put that in yellow, because that's informative highlight. That's things you need to know. So medicines, everything that we need to heal ourselves, Yahweh Shah created out of the earth. And our people had that knowledge. The Native Americans had that knowledge. We as Israel, we had that knowledge. We lost it now as we in captivity. And Esau got everybody on their little pharmakia, their witchcraft sorcery, which all it does is mask your symptoms and don't heal you of nothing and creates more problems because it ain't nothing but chemicals. Damn devils. And when we lost that factor in that movie, Pray, it showed our people having that skill set, man. They knew how to heal. They knew how to mix the herbs. Her mother be like, go get this, mix this with that. That does this. And her mother told her, like, you got a real skill. You can heal. We need that. Why you just don't use that? She was like, man, I want to hunt. I want to be like Popo. I want to be able to, take a bear out. So she wanted to hunt. So she would get out there and do her little hunting skills instead of focus on the skill set that Yahweh Shah blessed her with, which was healing. That herb mix, how to mix the herbs. Like her mother said, you do it just right. You mix it just right. Like, and at one point she had did something and she was like, who taught you how to do that? She was like, you did. Her mother smiled at her. So that's something you'll see in the movie a lot too, man. Because a lot of people gonna get hurt in that movie. That predator gonna be doing damage. You see how people getting attacked by bears, lions, getting hurt. They always dragging somebody back to the tribe. He hurt. And Naru use her game, her knowledge, and she'll use the herbs and pack it up or drink this, to slow the blood flow down so you don't bleed out. Like, you'll see that in the movie. And that was something that really fascinated me. I'm like, wow, our people really had that knowledge, man. We didn't go to hospitals back in the day. You just went to whoever the person was that had the healing information. You go to them and they knew how to, pack your bones with the sticks. Put the herbal medicine on there, rub a little cream on you, and you good. And we're getting back to that. Slowly but surely, we're getting back to that. And that knowledge is going to be back full bloom when the kingdom of heaven is established. How about Shashai get back? Everything we lost, we're going to get back. So it's not too much to trip on that. But I like how they showed that in the movie. How they showed the herbal. It was like an orange flower. She like, get that, grind that up. Get this, mix this with that. I like how they showed that in the movie. So... Oh, and then when I'm talking about Esau, I like how they showed the movie Esau being Esau. Like, I don't know if they intentionally wanted to show their history, but they showed Esau being the damn devil in that movie. Like, they showed him first coming to Babylon the Great America. And at first, the natives didn't know who they were. And they were setting out bird traps. I think a dog got stuck in a bird trap. She looked like, what is this? They didn't even know about that. And I think at one point, well, I ain't gonna say that, but they use Esau using bird traps. Esau being a cunning hunter. Esau even captures her. They captured Naru, and man, like Esau, they about to ravish her. They like, man, she looking good. We captured this woman, and they like, man, I'm about to do this. Dude's like, nah, man, don't do that. We can use her as bait. So they used her as bait to attract the predator so they can catch it, because they looked at it like, man, even Esau showed him in the movie being a hunter, man. They hunting the predator, and that was a very bad idea. But they did anyway. They showed them being fools. As I said, you see Esau in all his glory. Everything, it showed a very biblical aspect of what Esau did when he got here in Native America, when he got to America. So I ain't gonna ruin that, what he did, but you'll see what he did. And it's biblically accurate. Not even biblically accurate, that's accurate to our history what Esau did. So they show that in the movie. And these dang devils, it showed them in all their glory, man. The Dutch hounds being nasty, despicable, and this horrible. So I'm gonna go get this. Because it showed Esau being the damn devil in the movie. That's another reason why I like this one, man. Because it showed Esau being that damn fool. And check it out, this Genesis 25 and 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Okay, here's the kicker in 27, Genesis 25:27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Now, the point I want to bring out is that Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. Now, as you watch that movie, Prey, you will see that. Esau came straight over here off his boat, and first thing he did was set up snares and traps, being that cunning hunter. And he's dominating too. He killing a whole lot of stuff until he run into that predator, and he bite off more than he could chew when he try to, hunt that predator. Because he hunting the predator, and the predator hunting him. And when they find that sucker, they be like, oh, I wish I wouldn't even did this. Like, this ain't no damn bird. That predator, he get busy on him. Esau got his guns. It's the old school guns too. Like, they shoot muskets. Like, they shoot, and then they gotta pour the powder in their thing, and to use the little stick. So they shoot, they miss. They look at the predator coming, they struggling to pour the powder in the gun, hitting it with the stick, and I just cracked up at that part, like, yeah, you done messed up now, like, yeah, you done missed. And so it shows Esau, they've taken over, plotting to take the Native Americans' villages. It just shows Esau being Esau. And it also shows Esau what he gonna get when we get those spiritual bodies, man. We get, our spiritual powers, like, we gonna do them just like that predator did them in that movie. That's one part that gave me joy, man, watching that predator get busy on Esau and watching them hollering, scream, and be in fear and run. I like that part. I like that part a lot. And it was very graphic too. And I was like, oh yeah, that's how we gonna do them. So that was a good part of the movie that I liked, when that predator was hunting Esau. Because Esau done but thought he was gonna hunt the predator, and the predator was hunting him. Hey, man, like us, the predator was watching them set their snares and traps up in the trees, and they wasn't even knowing it, man. They dumb butts. Like, he's in there peeping their whole setup. And Esau, he thought he had it because he was over there, taking out animals. He's taking out the animals, hunting stuff, using his guns, and he was having good success. So the pride of his heart had him lifted up. They thought they can get that predator, and that was not so. They didn't have good success with that, but they was all lifted up pride. They were using people as bait, the natives, using them as bait, capture them, and then set them up, tied up somewhere, pour some blood on them. And that's how Esau do, man. Esau's a cunning hunter, man. That's how they deer hunt. They'll go somewhere, lay some food out for the deer, be setting up in a tree. When the deer go for the food, they shoot the deer. That's how they did that predator, but the predator was watching them as they were setting their traps and snares up, and it didn't work. Like, the predator was setting up snares and traps. When they went to do their thing, he had them set up, man. They got slaughtered. They got slaughtered bad. Esau was running scared, getting sliced and diced. This blood and guts everywhere. It was very graphic, and I liked it. I liked that part of the movie. So I'm gonna go get this. I'm gonna probably end off with this, because it's a very bloody, gory movie. They spare nothing. Like, you're gonna see blood and guts everywhere, limbs flying everywhere. So check it out. This is Ezekiel 35:6. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will purge thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And that's true, because we are the blood of our ancestors that they slaughtered. That's us. So now, just like Jacob grabbed Esau's heel, we on their heels, man. Now we gonna pursue you. Lord willing, we get that spiritual power that Yahweh Shah promised us, and we're part of that precious, hopeful elect. When we get them abilities, we're gonna pursue Esau. And we're gonna do Esau just like I just said in that scene in that movie. That one of my favorite scenes in that movie, when they were setting up snares and traps, and they thought they was setting the predator up. Hey, he was setting them up. And then when he made his move, man, hey, it was nothing nice, man, on Esau. And I like that's why I read that precept, because it was bloody. Like, that predator was like putting them in pieces, man. Blood was everywhere, and guts, heads was flying. Dudes was running and screaming and hollering because they seen their people get straight sliced up and diced up. And that's gonna be us, because their blood is pursuing Esau, man. The blood is crying out. Just like when Cain slew his brother Abel and the blood cried out to Yahweh Shah, that's us, man. We carry the blood of our ancestors. We are crying out, and now we're going to, Lord willing, pursue Esau. We're going to get Esau. It's going to be payback from way back. And we're not going to care. We're going to want to do all the, the acts and fury and vengeance of Yahweh Shah. We're going to want to do that. Just like in that movie, Prey. The predator, man, he was slicing up his prey and didn't give a damn. He didn't give a damn. He was just new target, moving over here, and then like when Esau, man, because Esau was deep. It was a lot of them, and they had it set up, and they thought they was gonna get him, and he got them. I think he wiped their whole little settlement out. One dude, he kind of, like I said earlier, he got away, but his foot was lopped off. So he found the old girl, the main person of the movie, Naru, the Israelite woman, native woman. He found her, and he put the gun to her head and made her heal him. And then like after she did it, he rewarded her with something. So this is my review on the movie Prey, which is a very good movie. I liked it. I don't know if women would like it because it's a very action movie. It's very gory. So if you're not a fan of horror or a fan of action, you probably wouldn't like it. But I would watch it anyway, because like I said, it's a lot of spiritual aspects, man. If you want to see the Native American tribe and all their glory, the Northern tribe, watch Prey, just to see how our people were living, man. They was good. Until Esau brought his butt over here. As I say, Esau always got to come where Jake at and ruin everything. They was over there living straight harmony with the planet, with the land. They was living in perfect harmony on the land, man, doing good. Had their tents, had the family environment set up straight, and they was in harmony with the land. And Esau came with his BS, and in the show, Esau being nasty. They was some nasty Edomites. They don't bathe. Like he was very graphic in showing his depiction of Esau, and they came and they was ruining everything. That's why the Native Americans like, what's happening to our land? Well, who did this? What's going on? And as you watch the movie, you find out Esau done invaded the place, and he's destroying everything and messing the land up. So, to me, that'd be a good reason to watch it, is to show the biblical aspects of it, the spiritual things of it, because it shows the Esau and Jacob dynamic. Jake was doing good, like we just read in that scripture, man. The Native Americans living in tents, like our forefather Jacob, living in tents, living off the land, cooking, eating good, doing good. And then Esau coming in, and like as you watch the movie, like they was noticing something was getting messed up in the land. Some things was like getting tore up, like they was trying to discover what's going on. And what's going on, when she stumbled and found out, it was Esau was in there. He was in there being Esau, messing stuff up. They looked like they wasn't bathing. They was dirty, nasty, tearing stuff up, tearing down the trees, laying metal traps everywhere, taking out the animals, just slaughtering stuff, being Edomites. And I'm looking like, wow, dude, this straight showed that. So that's what, we at the end, man. Esau's being revealed. Esau's not being shown in a good light no more. Everybody's starting to show Esau. And I think it was directed by Edomite, if I'm not mistaken. But I guess he wanted to be true to, history. And he showed Esau in a very bad light, man, showing that they are the wicked, man. They destroy and pervert everything. And Jake is the true rulers of this planet. Jake is supposed to, govern everything, because the land, it was good with Jake ruling it. Until Esau came in with all their little BS. Because they had guns in that movie. Our people still had the arrows, the bow and arrows. And Esau had them guns, and that's how, they sword. He had a more modern day sword, and that's how he took over. And like the scriptures say, a troop shall overcome you, I want to say. Matter of fact, let's get that. And I'll leave off with that. I want to say it's Genesis. Now I gotta look for it, because I'm gonna probably leave off with that. Because that's so true, man. Because Gad got overcome by a troop. And he got overcome by a troop because they had those guns. There you go. There you go. I knew it was Genesis. Genesis 49:19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. You peep that? So Esau took over the Native American tribes using those modern day swords, the guns, because they had the little guns and the muskets, and they showed them shooting and taking out, busting at some Gad in the movie. But what it said at the end, it said, but he shall overcome at the last. So we're going to beat them. North tribe going to, overcome Esau. We're going to get back at Esau. Esau, man, preparing that sword right now. They setting a trap for us right now. Just like that movie, Esau setting a trap right now. Lord willing, I got camp tomorrow. Monday, I'll go into that and show you the trap that Esau's laying right now. Because I'm talking to Yahweh the Maccabees, and we're just seeing like, man, Esau got a deliberate trap laid right now. And he's about to come with that sword right now. We're going to go into, Lord willing, go into that at camp tomorrow, because this devil, he about to come with it, man. He's about to come do what he did in that movie Prey. He about to come with them guns, the modern day swords. They're about to do that. And you can clearly see it. And just like in that movie Prey, Esau, before he come with his gun, he set a trap. I noticed that. That's the most thing they do. They set a trap first, and then they come and pounce on you with their gun. So I'm going to end off with that precept right there. A troop shall overcome him, because that's what happened in the movie. That's what happened in real life. He came with his guns. But in that movie, they got showing that too. Like Esau started out, overtaking Gad, using Gad as bait. And then the predator came in there and wiped that whole settlement off. Messed Esau up. They talking noise like they got it all. Yeah, wait till we put the guns on them and this and that. Man, that sucker came through and wiped him, man. He was like a hot knife through butter. So that's my review on the movie Prey, which is a Predator movie on Hulu. Very good movie, very good spiritual movie. The plot was good. It was well written, man. Very good movie from start to finish. If you're in this truth and you got spiritual eyes, you should like it, because a lot of biblical aspects. As you watching the movie, you'll see a lot of precepts come to your mind, like, dang, look at that. Dang, look at that. Dang, that's that. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. So that's why I chose to do a review of this movie. Esau sucks so bad right now. He seldom makes good movies nowadays. But this is a good one. I'm surprised they didn't release this in theaters. This is much better than that one they did release in theaters, man. They could have put this in the theaters, man. It was that good. But we got it on the little streaming service, and it was a good watch, man. I'll probably watch it again. I done watched it twice now. I'll probably watch it again just to see if there's anything else that I missed in the movie. It's that good. That's how I watched it the second time and liked it. I just look at even more biblical aspects. Like, our people go hard. Like, look at the northern tribe, man. They had it made, and then here come Esau, just mess it all up. Damn devils. You damn devils. And then you'll love our people like, man, we need that knowledge back. We need to get back to, living off the land. And that's another thing too, while I watch the movie, and it amped me up in the spirit. Because like when these devils take away, our jobs, and take away, all these new things we got, like our home, our cars. If we're going to have to live off the land, man, we might have to get a tent or make a TP, start a fire. Like if our people made it back then without technology, we can make it now without technology. So it let me know that just because I lose all this stuff right here and got to go off in the woods, I ain't done for. My people lived in the woods. So I need to get back to that. I need to sharpen my knives, and get ready to rough it, because I'm not about to go into the beast system. So I'm about to live like my ancestors did. And that's another good aspect to watch that movie. You'll see how our ancestors lived, and they made it. So if they made it, why not can we make it? So that's another reason I'll say go watch it, man. You'll see us living in the woods, and hey, we got to get back to that. Unless you're going to take that thing that come out. So with that being said, I hope this has been edifying. Kwam Yashar Allah, detailed Baba Ball, and Shalom.